Doctor. Phil stopped filming for the first time in his 20-plus-year career when a DNA test revealed a lifetime of unthinkable lies, incest, faked deaths, hidden sons, and a family forged in blackmail. Exploding on live TV and leaving the studio in chaos. What happens when the envelope doesn't just shatter paternity, but unmasks a 28-year conspiracy that forces even the unflappable Dr. Phil to scream, "Cut the cameras." October 15, 2024. Lights out. Feed dead. Dr. Phil stops show when DNA results uncover lifetime of lies. This is the raw script that hooked millions. Buckle up. Because truth this brutal doesn't come with warnings. The iconic blue stage pulses under blinding lights. Phones already up. Red recording dots blinking like 1,000 tiny eyes. The audience is packed shoulder to shoulder. A sea of wide eyes and half-eaten popcorn, buzzing like bees trapped in a mason jar. The air smells of fresh paint, nervous sweat, and that faint metallic tang from the overhead rigs. Dr. Phil storms out, no smile, no wave, no folksy grin for the warm-up guy. Just fire in his eyes, jaw set like concrete. He's in a black suit, crisp white shirt, no tie, sleeves rolled once to show forearms that look like they've wrestled bulls. He slams both palms on the desk, thwack, and the room drops dead silent. So quiet you can hear the AC hum, and someone's stomach growl 3 rows back. Today isn't about rehab or runaway teens or even the usual cheaters who think they're slick. Today we're exhuming a corpse of secrets so rotten, so twisted, even I gagged reading the pre-show file. And I've seen some dark stuff in 21 seasons. Dr. Phil stops show when DNA results uncover lifetime of lies, and it starts right here, right now with Marla, who says the man sitting next to her has been faking fatherhood for 28 years straight. Victor over there swears up and down he's the victim of a $1.99 mail order scam that wouldn't hold up in a high school science fair. And Lisa, their 28-year-old daughter, the one who's been twisting that silver necklace like it's a garrote, is about to learn if the only daddy she's ever known is the biggest con artist in daytime television. History. Marla, you brought the dynamite. Light the fuse. Marla, mid-50s, blonde hair yanked back into a ponytail, so tight it looks painful, eyes swollen like she hasn't slept since the Ancestry email hit her inbox, thrusts a crumpled white envelope forward like it's radioactive waste. Her hands shake so hard the paper rattles. Dr. Phil, I ordered this kit for fun. You know those ads, discover your heritage in 4 weeks. I thought we'd laugh over being 2% Viking or 5% Ashkenazi. Maybe print out a cute family tree for the fridge. Instead the results landed like a grenade. It said, and I quote, Lisa shares 0% paternal DNA with Victor. 0. The man who was in the delivery room at 3:17 a.m. on June 12, 1996. Cutting the cord with tears in his eyes. The man who coached her t-ball team, who cried harder than she did at her high school graduation, who walked her down the aisle last year and whispered, "You'll always be my little girl." 0%. How do you even process that? The audience sucks in air so hard the overhead lights flicker for half a second, like the whole studio just inhaled. A woman in row 2 drops her phone. It clatters loud enough to echo. Victor, late 50s, slicked back salt and pepper hair, gold pinky ring flashing under the spots, cologne strong enough to taste, leaps to his feet so fast his metal chair screeches across the floor like a dying cat. Lies, all of it. I've got the hospital bracelet in a shadow box at home. I've got 28 years of birthday videos, Father's Day cards drawn in crayon, college tuition receipts with my name on them. That test is garbage. Labs mix up samples, printers glitch, hackers mess with accounts. I earned the title Dad the hard way. Midnight fevers, broken curfews, teaching her to drive a stick shift in a Walmart parking lot. Biology's just a number. Dr. Phil's stare could melt steel beams. He doesn't blink. Sit down, Victor, earned. We'll test that claim harder than a polygraph on steroids. Lisa, baby, you've been silent since you walked in, and that necklace is about to snap. Talk to me. What's going through that head right now? Lisa, 28. Dark hair in loose waves. wearing a simple white blouse that's now dotted with nervous sweat, finally looks up. Her voice is barely above a whisper, but the mic catches every tremor. I keep having these dreams. I'm flipping through old photo albums, and Dad's in every picture, first steps, prom, graduation, but his face keeps glitching, like a bad filter, and behind the glitch is just darkness, a stranger wearing my father's smile, and the stranger's winning. I wake up gasping, checking my birth certificate like it might change overnight. Doctor? Phil nods once, slow, the way a surgeon nods before the first incision. That's doubt doing push-ups in your soul, Lisa. Marla, you didn't stop at the email. You went full CSI, Family Edition. Private investigators, hotel logs, the works. Show the audience what you dug up. Marla reaches into a thick manila folder with fingers that won't stop trembling. She slaps it on the desk, thud, and photos spill out like crime scene evidence. Blurry but unmistakable. 1996, Las Vegas, the Bellagio before it was famous, Victor grinning ear to ear with his arm slung around a brunette who is definitely, absolutely not Marla. Hotel keycards, a receipt for 2 nights, champagne, and $1 for 100 couples massage. He told me he was on a construction overtime gig in the desert, said the cell service was spotty, that's why he only called once. I was home, 8 months pregnant, feet swollen, painting the nursery mint green, thinking he was busting his back for us. Meanwhile, the brunette. That's Regina, my college roommate, my maid of honor, the woman who held my hair when I had morning sickness. She has a son named Tommy, born 6 months before Lisa, same dimple in the left cheek, same cowlick at the hairline, same everything. Victor lunges for the photos like he's going to shred them. Photoshopped, Regina's bitter I ghosted her after one drunk weekend. She's been stalking my Facebook for decades. The side door flies open with a hydraulic whoosh. Regina, mid-50s, still elegant in a navy sheath dress, but guilt carved into every line of her face, steps into the spotlight. The audience explodes, gasps, whispers. One guy in the back yells, "Oh snap!" loud enough for the boom mic to catch it. Regina doesn't look at Victor. She locks eyes with Lisa, and her voice cracks like thin ice. Tommy is your half, brother, sweetheart. The DNA site linked us last year when I uploaded his spit kit for a school project. I saw the match and I panicked. I've been carrying this secret like a tumor for 28 years. Silence didn't protect anyone. It just metastasized. Lisa's scream is primal, raw, the kind that comes from the diaphragm and rips the air. Dad, if that's even your name, you knew about Tommy. Victor's voice cracks like a teenager's. I knew about Tommy, okay. I sent Regina monthly gifts wired through Western Union to keep her quiet. But Lisa's mine. I was there the night she was born, held her when she was 6 pounds. 2 ounces covered in goo. That test has to be wrong. Dr. Phil laughs, a short, cold bark that silences the room again. God just left the building, Victor, and he took mercy with him. Truth brought backup, and it's wearing lab coats. He signals offstage with 2 fingers. A stainless steel cart rolls in, pushed by a stone-faced tech in scrubs. On it, cotton swabs, sealed vials, and one fat manila envelope the size of a paperback novel, stamped DDC in red ink. No more ancestry guesswork. This is DNA Diagnostics Center, Cortad. Miscible 99. 9,999% accuracy. We swabbed Victor, Lisa, Regina, Tommy, and one wild card you buried so deep we needed a backhoe. But first, let's warm up with something that doesn't lie. The polygraph. Dr. Lena hooked this man up like he's headed to the chair. Dr. Lena, 40s, clinical calm, ponytail tighter than Marla's, straps Victor in with sensors on his chest, fingertips, and a blood pressure cuff that looks like it could crush walnuts. The graph lines on the monitor dance before she even asks a question, baseline jittery as a caffeinated squirrel. Question 1. Did you have sexual relations with Regina in Las Vegas, 1996? Victor swallows hard. Yes, a graph flatlines truthful. Question 2. Did you father Regina's son, Tommy? Victor, no. RD spiked taller than the Empire State. Dr. Lena, deception indicated, 91% confidence. Question 3. Are you the biological father of Lisa? Victor, yes, 100%. Graph explodes into a Christmas tree of red. Dr. Lena, 97% probability of deliberate deception. Victor rips the sensors off so hard one tears. This machine is rigged. It hates me. Dr. Phil leans in, voice low and lethal. Machines don't hate, Victor. They measure. And right now they're measuring a mountain of manure. Marla, you said there's another man in the mix. Someone Victor swore was just a distant cousin. Bring him in. The side door creaks open like a horror movie prop. Uncle Ray, early 60s, flannel shirt tucked into Wranglers, farmer tan that stops at the sleeve line. Battered John Deere cap crushed in his hands, shuffles into the light. Marla's face drains of what little color it had left. You told me he was Victor's second cousin from Tulsa. Ray's voice is gravel and regret. Family reunion, summer of '95. Victor was working late again. Marla was lonely, 3 drinks in, crying about feeling invisible. One night in the hayloft, I thought Lisa might be mine. When Victor came home and claimed her without missing a beat, I backed off, didn't want to break a home, been eating guilt ever since. Victor spins on him like a cornered wolf. You son of a doctor? Phil slams the desk so hard the water glasses jump. Language, this is network TV, not a bar fight. Ray, you sat for the polygraph backstage. Results, a doctor. Lena nods, truthful across the board, no payments, no cover up, just a guilty conscience. Doctor, Phil turns back to the envelope. Ray's clean, Victor's drowning, but the envelope, he lifts it slowly, letting the weight hang in the air. The room is so quiet, you can hear the envelope paper crinkle. This doesn't just name a father. It names a conspiracy that spans 3 decades, 2 states, and at least 1 fake obituary. Marla, last chance, you want me to read this on national television. Marla's nod is barely a twitch. Lisa is sobbing into her sleeve, shoulders shaking like a leaf in a hurricane. Tommy, 28, athletic build, same cowlick as Lisa, steps out from backstage, eyes wide, hands shoved deep in his jeans pockets. Dr. Phil rips the envelope open. The tear is slow, deliberate, as mer-level tension. Paper shreds like a scream. He pulls out a single sheet, scans the header, then the paternity probabilities. His face changes. The color drains from his cheeks. His knuckles go bone white around the paper. For 3 full seconds, an eternity on live TV, he says nothing. The audience holds its breath. Then, cut the cameras, shut IT all down. Security, clear the floor now. A blackout. Total darkness. Audience screams in a wave that crashes against the studio walls. Phones clatter to the floor. A producer's voice crackles over the intercom. We're dark. Phil, what the hell is going on? Footsteps pound. Someone knocks over a light stand. Crash. 30 seconds of pure pandemonium. Shouting, crying, a chair scraping. Then the emergency feed flickers back online. Red backup lights, bathing everything in blood. Colored glow. Dr. Phil is standing, envelope trembling in his fist, like a live grenade. His voice is raw. America in 21 years and over 5,000 episodes. I've never stopped a show mid-tape. But what's in my hand right now isn't drama. It isn't entertainment. It is soul murder on a cellular level. We're restarting the feed in 3, 2, 1. The main lights blaze back to life. Dr. Phil's voice thunders like a sermon from the mount. Victor, probability of paternity with Lisa, 0. 0%. Ray's 0. 0%. But Tommy, Victor, you are the father, 99. 999%. You didn't just cheat on your wife, you hid your own son for 28 years to save your marriage and your reputation. Victor drops to his knees right there on the blue carpet, the pinky ring clinking against the floor. Regina gasps so hard she hiccups. Tommy steps forward, tears cutting clean tracks down his cheeks. Dad, for real, doctor. Phil isn't done, he's just getting started. Lisa's biological father, Uncle Joe, Marla's brother, the one you both swore died in a fiery car crash off I-40 in 1997, the one whose obituary ran in the local paper with a grainy photo and GoFundMe for funeral costs that raised $12,000. Except Joe didn't die, he's alive, living under witness protection in Arizona. And 3 weeks ago he messaged Lisa through the DNA site. I'm sorry I left you, I'm your father. Ask your mom about the reunion night. She swears she can't remember, because the tequila was strong, and the guilt was stronger. Marla's shriek is inhuman, part banshee, part wounded animal. No, we staged the crash to protect the family. Joe was spiraling to drugs, debt. We thought if he died, the shame would die with him. Protect the family. Dr. Phil roars, voice cracking for the first time. You protected a lie so toxic, it needed a body double. Victor knew about Joe. Paid him $50,000 in hush money wired to a fake name in Reno. Used Tommy as leverage. Stay quiet, or I expose your bastard son. Ray. You were the decoy, the red herring to keep suspicion off the real scandal. This family wasn't broken. It was engineered to explode the second someone ordered a $1.99 spit kit. Lisa staggers backward, hitting the guest chair so hard it tips. Mom, you and Uncle Joe, I'm the product of incest. My DNA is poison. Marla lunges for her daughter, arms outstretched. It was one mistake. We were 19, drunk, fighting about Mom's cancer. It was comfort, not. Comfort doesn't produce a child you hide behind a fake grave. Dr. Phil bellows. Victor, still on his knees, looks up with eyes that finally admit defeat. I controlled the lie. It was my empire. Every holiday, every birthday, I was the king of a kingdom built on quicksand. Chaos erupts like a dam breaking. Marla claws at Victor's shirt, nails raking skin. Lisa bolts for the exit, heels clacking, tears flying. Tommy chases after her. Sis. Wait, please. Regina collapses into a chair, hyperventilating. Ray just stands there, whispering over and over. Dodged a bullet, but lost a niece. Security rushes in 4 burly guards in black polos. Grabbing arms, separating bodies. The audience is on its feet, some filming, some crying. One woman in the front row openly praying. Dr. Phil raises both hands like a referee in a riot. Stop. Everybody stop. Cameras OFF again. Counseling wing now. This isn't television anymore. It's a crime scene of trust, and we're calling in the trauma team. Black, hard cut, no music, no graphics, just silence. Green room, 20 minutes later. The air is thick with tissues, stale coffee, and shock. The walls are soundproof, but you can still hear muffled sobs from down the hall. Dr. Phil sits on a worn leather couch across from the wreckage. Lisa rocks in an armchair, knees to chest. Vacant stare. Marla is in a corner, head in hands. Victor is flanked by 2 counselors, wrists red from where security gripped him. Regina holds Tommy's hand like he's 5 years old again. Ray stands by the vending machine, feeding it quarters he doesn't need. Lisa finally speaks, voice hoarse. Who am I if my blood is poison? My birth certificate is a lie. My baby pictures are propaganda. Do I even have a name? Doctor? Phil's voice is soft for the first time all day. The Texas twang gentle. You're not your DNA, baby girl. You're the love you choose next. You're the boundaries you draw. The forgiveness you decide to give or withhold. 6 months of intensive therapy, all expenses paid. Tommy wants to know his sister. Joe wants to meet you, supervised, no pressure. Victor and Marla, separate wings, separate planets. Rock bottom has a trampoline, but only if you choose to jump. Lisa looks up, eyes red but clearer. Can I forgive them? Dr. Phil leans forward. Forgiveness isn't for them. It's for you. It's the key that unlocks the prison they built inside your chest. Start with truth. Then decide what family means on your terms. Montage, 6 months later, shot in warm gold, hour light. Lisa and Tommy at a diner, laughing over milkshakes, trading childhood stories they're only now piecing together. Joe Gray, frail, wearing an ankle monitor, hugging Lisa on a park bench under FBI supervision, both crying into each other's shoulders. Victor in a halfway house, writing apology letters on yellow legal pads, mailing one every week. Marla in group therapy, finally crying real tears instead of rehearsed ones, reading from a journal. Day 47. I named my shame today. Its name is cowardice. A voiceover, soft and steady. Some families shatter into a million pieces. Some take the shards and solder something stronger. DNA doesn't write the ending. You do. Back in the studio, present day. Dr. Phil stands alone under a single spotlight, the rest of the stage dark. No audience, no guests, just him and the camera. America, that day broke me too. I went home and hugged my wife so hard she asked if I was okay. Lies don't just hurt, they metastasize. They grow tumors of distrust that choke out love, joy, peace. If you're holding a secret right now, big or small, drop it. Tell the truth before $1.99 kit tells it for you. National hotlines below. Text, call, heal. Somebody's waiting to catch you. He stares straight into the lens, unblinking. And to Lisa, wherever you are tonight, you are not a mistake. You are not a scandal. You are a miracle learning how to fly with wings you didn't know you had. Keep flying, baby girl. We'll be right back. Fade to black. Final text crawls slow across the screen. White on midnight blue. Dr. Phil stops show when DNA results uncover lifetime of lies, 28 years of lies. 28 minutes of truth. What's your secret costing you tonight?